Hello, everybody.
We're back on
We're
track.
Lola and Wendy.
Welcome to Thirst Trap.
Thirst Trap
Gonna give you a little dose of what you think you want.
of what you think you want. I like that. Okay, so it'll cut over here. Today's topic is gonna be about sexual abuse. I know to a lot of you, you're probably thinking like these girls just decided to do this and now like they just want to throw sexual abuse at us. Like baby steps, Lola and Wendy. But no, we don't do baby steps.
Yeah.
Well, not for this. We're not doing this for popularity. We're not doing this so that people can feel pity for us. Any of the topics that we discuss is strictly for helping others.
Yeah.
And being a voice to a lot of people that do not want to talk about the topics that we're going to talk about. And today, God put it in my heart to talk about sexual abuse because it's something that I've been through at the age of 5. And it happened only once, but that really changed my growth as a child. Is that what
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah. You're like how you evolved, I guess. Do you feel like it affected you throughout your whole life? Or do you feel like it's something that
Well, not now. By the grace of God, I'm good now. But literally my whole life, from the moment that it happened at the age of 4 or 5, so many things were occurring because of that.
Yeah.
And it happened instantly. But that instant, I wasn't developing as a normal kid. So I went from getting molested, and no, I don't want people to be like, oh, boo-hoo, whatever. I just want somebody, should I say molested or should I get sexually abused?
I mean, I guess both. Both.
Whatever's
because-
politically correct.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Sexually
either
abused,
thing,
yeah, it's still the same.
Still, yeah.
All right.
Like it's horrible
All
either
right.
way.
Thank you. Well, all right. So I went from getting sexually abused to watching pornography at the age of 5. So that means that I was already craving for like sex, and then from there I went to doing things at such a small age, to doing things that I should not be doing, and that also changed my self-esteem. Like I had no self-esteem. I didn't have any boundaries. I would let men disrespect me because I didn't have any worth.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like I was worth anything. So whenever a man was flirting with me in a way that made me feel uncomfortable, I just let it slide because I'm like, well, whatever, who's gonna respect me,
Yeah, but I feel like so many women do that, and including myself. I know I used to do that all the time. Like, okay, whatever. Now I brush it off as if it's not offensive, as if it's not degrading to
Right,
women,
yeah.
as if you don't deserve to be treated better.
Right.
But you just, because you're so dull to the fact that, oh, well, it's fine. It's
Right.
not
It's
that big of
normal.
a deal. Everybody goes through it. You just wave it off. But that doesn't make it right. It doesn't justify that type of behavior at
Right,
all.
right.
And I feel like a lot of women do that, especially nowadays, because you see it everywhere. You see like sex and that is thrown at you in so many different ways,
Right.
whether it be music, billboards, TV, movies, anything that's popular has with that to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it look like it's a good thing, or it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
Right,
So
right.
but for something bad to be twisted into that, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine how it affected you in different areas of your life, in your relationships, just with friends and self, your identity and believing in yourself and knowing the
Right.
true value of who you are. I mean,
Right.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
Because of that, I grew up thinking that I could be a homosexual, bisexual, whatever. That's not the case. But I like she said, I identity crisis, and I know a lot of people go through that. Obviously, we're seeing it in today's society. But the behaviors of what happens after you get molested, you get really violent, sexual. Doesn't matter what age it was or how many times it happened.
Yeah.
You get very selfish. You're very vain and provocative, and you just a manipulator, and just so many things. Or because I was two things. I was that, and now I was also I had a low self-esteem. I didn't know how to defend myself because when that happened to me when I was a little girl, nobody was there to really defend me, so I felt like I'm alone in this world. I'm here to defend myself. And when people would disrespect me in that aspect, where I felt like, you know, I feel like they crossed my personal boundaries. I didn't know how to say, hey, listen, I don't appreciate this.
Yeah.
Please stop. I didn't know how to do that because I thought that it was okay for a man to disrespect me, you know. And there are so many different destructive behaviors that you do because you're so lonely. And yeah, I just want you guys to know, to whomever we may be speaking to, that, you know, that just because it happened doesn't mean that it's normal.
Yeah.
It's not acceptable. We don't judge the abuser. We do say that it's wrong, but we also have to look at things from the other person's perspective. Maybe they got abused as well, and they thought that it was okay for them to do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, so like the main thing is that if that did happen to you, you want to make sure that you speak to someone about it, because you want to just get it out the way.
Yeah.
Like you want to pull it from the root and just be able to grow and move on with your life.
Yeah.
The longer you take, the longer it's going to take for you to get to where you're destined to be and who you're supposed to become.
Yeah, and things like that, it runs so deep.
Yeah.
You know, people get so emotionally unstable because of how hurt they are, because of the pain. And so whether you are the person that has been through it, or whether you know someone that has been through it, because so many people have been through it. I personally, thank God, like, to a different extent, but, you know, to really be sexually molested, it's a big issue. It's such a big issue, and it's everywhere. But no matter what position you're in, I think it's just so important to have a friend,
Support system.
you know, yeah, a place of comfort, but not to your not to enable people to feel like a victim.
Right.
Not that
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of comfort,
Not
but it's
that.
a type of comfort where, you know what, it's a safe place for me to come and tell you what I experienced.
Right.
And then for me to be a friend to someone and say, you know what, we're gonna get through this together.
Right.
And however you can help, or whatever you feel like you can do,
Right.
in order to grow out of it and to not allow any of those roots to stay within you, because it's going to trickle into everything else.
No, it
Because
has.
now it affects how you deal with people at your work.
Right.
Now it affects how you look at yourself when you see your reflection in the mirror. Now you feel like you're not good enough. Now you feel like you don't deserve anything. Oh, why would I get that? Because who am I? It's people deal with these self-esteem issues, and it's not right. You know, people have such low self-esteem that they hide within themselves, and then instead what comes out is me relying on other people to make me feel happy.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be a victim, be a victor.
Yes. Punch that sucker in the face. Not really, but you know.
She's passionate. You do.
You know, really, like, see it for what it is, assess it, and then deal with it. Because once you do, you're going to be able to forgive yourself, you're going to be able to forgive that person, and then you can really move on with your life and grow into the person that really God has created for you to be. He has all these things in store for you, but if you're still holding on to the past, you know, there's no way for you to fully grow and evolve. You know, you look at this world, it's constantly evolving, it's constantly moving, our whole planet constantly shifts. So why would you want to stay where you are?
No, don't stay where you are.
Nope.
Anyways, God bless you guys, and we love you. And if you need any prayer, like if you have any prayer requests, please contact us. Find us on social media, Wendy Tree, WENDTRI, TRI, and then Lola Declet. So we'll put it on the bottom in the description box.
Yes.
Have a blessed day, and goodbye.
Bye, God bless you.